Hi, welcome to Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. This is Monday, January 26th. My name is Craig and I am your host. Hey, I actually changed the title to my show just a little bit. Used to call it Bold Predictions in there. I took that out. Still going to get bold predictions in the future here. Just thought I would kind of match it up with my YouTube channel name and just kind of change focus a little bit on what I'm doing. So, because my main focus of the show is to give the predictions, but also I like doing the movie reviews and the bold predictions as well. So, best title I can come up with at this time. So, any suggestions, maybe leave it at the bottom. I greatly appreciate it. So it was a crazy weekend weather-wise. The East Coast did get the blizzard. I mean, they got hammered. So, it actually closed many theaters. New York City closed their theaters on Saturday. Washington, D.C. did. Baltimore, Philly. Those are the ones that I had heard of. Did affect the numbers just a little bit, but it looks like overall not too bad. Most of the movies came in pretty much about where they were expected, except for The Revenant. It actually was a little bit short, as well as Ride Along 2. So let's go ahead and jump into the numbers and what they actually were for this coming weekend. First was the new movies. The Fifth Wave, I had given an estimate of $11 million, and it came in right at $10.3 million. Great guess on my part. Pretty close. This movie did not have the start that they probably wanted for it, and it will probably quickly die off and be on Blu-ray or DVD probably by early summer, and hopefully they can recoup some of their money that way. Although I don't think the budget was too high on this movie. It may do well overseas too. So we'll just have to see where it kind of finishes up. Next was The Boy. This movie started out great. It's already made its money back and only had a $10 million budget. I had made an estimate of $11.5 million, and it came in right at $10.8 million for the weekend. So it's a great start for it. You know, these movies typically they'll make most of their money the first weekend. So it'll probably be like The Forest, end up around $25 million, maybe 30 tops. The reviews on this movie are, people are liking it overall, and we'll see what happens here over the next couple of weeks with it. The last new movie was Dirty Grandpa. And I had made an estimate of $12 million, and it came in right at $11.1 million for the weekend. So these three movies were all pretty much bunched together, which is what I had kind of predicted ahead of time. And when I checked in on the other experts that I compare myself to, they all pretty much had the same idea as well. So we all were pretty much neck and neck on these three new movies. Holdovers, The Revenant. It finally finished number one, and I had made a prediction of $20.7 million. And it came in just at $16 million for the weekend. A little bit off. This movie came in a little bit shorter than what it had kind of been doing each and every day. And I think the weather may have played a little bit of factor, but at the same time, kind of had a bigger drop than what was expected. So, but next, actually, second place was Star Wars. It moved up a spot. So it was actually predicted to come in third or fourth this weekend, and it came in second. And it my estimate was $15.2 million, and it came in right at $14.1. So it now sits at $879 million, getting close to my bold prediction number of $915 million. It did lose some theaters this past weekend, so it looks like it is slowly starting to wind down. Like I said, it'll probably be another month though before it's actually completely done. So we'll finally get a final tally on it. Next was Ride Along 2. I had made a prediction of $15.8 million, and it came in at $12.5. This movie dropped 65% from its opening. And, originally they thought it was going to be easily clear $100 million, maybe finish at $110. It's going to be lucky probably to get about $75-80 million total. So it's going to struggle to get up there at this point. Kind of surprising, but at the same time, maybe it's just a time of year where it just wasn't the best time to put this movie out, other than the huge first weekend, since the first movie was a big hit. So next was Daddy's Home, and I made a prediction of $5.3 million, and it came in right at $5 million. So I was real close on that one, and it was a good guess on my part as well. Next is 13 Hours, and it came in at I had made an estimate of $9.6 million. And it actually came in at $9 million, so another great guess on my part. I had bumped my numbers up just a little bit from the previous week, or previous guess I had done. Next was Norm of the North. I had made an estimate of $3.5 million, and it came in right at 3.8. So this movie did okay for its second week, considering that it didn't make much the first week. So next part of my show is Beat the Expert. This actually tells you what place I finish in, how well I'm doing compared to the experts. So this week, fifth place was Box Office Profits for just this week only. Fourth was Box Office Mojo. Third was ProBoxOffice.com. Second was Showbuzz Daily. And hey, I came in first this week, so I was real excited about that. And overall, I'm still retaining my lead. My accuracy percentage rate is now 81.6%. Second place is Pro Box Office, and they're just sitting at under 81%. So still close on that, but remember with the dollars and so forth, and how I calculate this, it's pretty much neck and neck, but it's also hard to move up and down. So I moved up a few tenths of a percent this week, so I was real excited about that. Hey, one movie real quick that I watched this past weekend was Ant-Man, and this movie came out last summer, and I have not had a chance to see it. Picked it up on Blu-ray as a Christmas gift, and finally got a chance to watch it. So it stars Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, and Evangeline Lilly. And Paul Rudd plays Ant-Man, obviously, and just real quick on what it's about. He is a burglar that goes to jail for a crime that he justified on what he did. However, though, he finally gets out of prison. He can't find a job, and the only place he gets a job at is a Baskin Robbins at the start. And it's kind of funny because if you've ever had to work fast food, you'll understand the joke. But I actually worked at Dairy Queen, and I once had a guy that was adamant that he wanted a Big Mac, and he was dead serious on it. So it just was kind of funny to hear this in a movie. So, but anyway, so it's great. He ends up stealing the Ant-Man suit. He's led to it by Michael Douglas's character, and then the other guy that plays in the show is Corey Stoll. And if you haven't seen him before, I've seen him in the House of Cards, and I just loved his character in it, where he played Representative Russo, and he was just great in that. He's just kind of got that great nemesis to him, where he can play the bad guy and so forth. So he did a great job in this movie as well. And but overall, though, I definitely recommend this movie. I would go out, see it, get it. My overall recommendation is an 8 out of 10, so it's a great movie to watch. I can't wait until they make a sequel to it. So hey, that's it for today's show. Next time, we're going to review the new movies, and we'll also give my predictions. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate those that have done it. Hey, we'll see you next time. Take care.